There you go. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Um, all right, so to understand what really we can do with WordPress, we should understand the different parts of the website. So the domain name, just think about this. I kind of use the analogy as like a house. The domain name's your address. I'm sure everybody knows whatever you put that into your bar, that's what you get. Artatobico.com. That's your domain name. WordPress is going to be the builder. That's how you're going to build the website, the different, the components, the menus, the pages, um, all those things. That's what we're going to use WordPress for. That's our builder. Web hosting, maybe something you may not be familiar with, I find generally. Um, that is, that's where your site lives online. That's like your plot of land on the website. So right here, you can see maybe the different tiers. With free, with the free version, you do not get to choose your domain name. You can invite collaborators, you can do all these different things, but you won't get to choose your domain name, which for a lot of people is a big deal, of course, because that's how you want to be defined online. But with this free version, it's just about getting your site online and being able to build out that, being able to build out those functionalities. So themes are how essentially there's just this right here. Themes is what we build with your site. So we're gonna start off with the footer, or I'm gonna do all of this online with you. You're gonna start off with the footer, the header. That's where you're gonna get the menu. You're gonna get the different links to different sites. You go into the main page. Maybe you have a gallery. Sorry, real quick, can I ask what maybe a survey? What does everybody want to put on
What's the first?
artists? Are you a graphic artist, like a painter?
No.
Okay, photography. And photography yourself.
Digital art, let's
Digital art yourself. So,
text, photos, and videos.
okay. That's good. Yourself.
Text, photos, and videos, but then I also wanted e-commerce function in it. So
Okay.
you have it's going to be an information site, but also have an e-commerce.
Okay. So you want e-commerce, but the main part is going to be the text photos.
Yeah, the blog.
Blog.
You have a blog.
Okay.
but-
Okay, great. So, why do you want to build your website? Like, what's your thing? Yeah.
Yes. Right, graphics.
Okay, cool.
One more thing is to donate.
Okay. All right, good. That's good to know. Yeah, all of these will be I didn't want to cover all of those. Yeah, the great thing is, I mean, WordPress is basically everything everybody just said. It does have functionality for those things. So yeah, these themes here are essentially what you stack up on top of each other. Everything in WordPress is basically like Legos. So you're gonna start with the top. It's gonna be your header. You're gonna go down to the main, and then you add on whatever you want. Maybe you want a gallery, and then you add on. Maybe you want a donate. You add on. Maybe you want a blog post, and then you have the footer, and it's done. It's very drag and drop, no code, none of that. So this is the demo. This is I can do that. We can do that. Or maybe we could just do it right now. No, yeah, I can switch it over. There are a few things three things I want to get show you before we actually do. So okay, so these are going to be a little bit more advanced things. So linking, we all know what links are, and it's actually a big part of SEO, which is the second or the third topic, search engine optimization. Essentially, it's looking up on Google. When you look up on Google, where is your site going to rank? You don't want it to get lost. And obviously these days, a lot of people find things through social media, but search engines are still power essentially the internet. And that's where most of the people that don't know you, that this is where they're going to find it. So search engine optimization would be a big one. Linking makes a big difference in SEO. If websites know that your site is interconnected and every page is connected and it's a seamless transition, you're gonna rank highly. It's essentially, it's like having good infrastructure in a city. Like if I can travel on roads smoothly and efficiently, then that means it's just a better city. It's just a better, well-run city. And it's the same thing with websites. If I can traverse the whole website through links, then that's ideal. That's what they love to see. Same thing with mobile responsiveness. I don't know if you can really see on this. You can't really see in this picture, but it's very easy with WordPress to, again, drag drop. It's like Legos, but if you change one thing in a desktop view like this, it's very easy to mess it up and move it around. And then once you put it on mobile, it looks totally different. And like as a developer, it's like kind of that's the one thing that we like focus on. It's like the bane of our existence. It has to look good across all, whether iPad, mobile, cell phones, desktops, whatever it is. Um, so yeah, responsiveness definition, see right here, it's the ability of a website to adjust its layout and content to fit the screen size of any device used. Again, huge for SEO. If they can tell that your website does not work across all orientations, then you're gonna get damaged. And as well, it's good for you. It's about consistent brand experience. You don't want your site to be poor. Essentially, you want it to work in all orientations because most of traffic nowadays is going to come from mobile websites, and you want everything to be as seamless as possible. So SEO, what is SEO? Search engine optimization. So again, this is just about where your product is going to rank when it comes to search engines. Again, everybody uses Google. Where exactly is that going to rank? So most traffic comes from search engine. Higher ranking means more organic visitors who are genuinely interested in yours. SEO is especially important for new websites. This can help them compete with established websites. And there are a few key things that we should know when it comes to SEO. So keyword research. So you have to identify relevant keywords that people are searching for and using trends. WordPress does have SEO optimization. It can help you find trending sites. Personally, I would recommend just using trending words on social media. Put them in your site. If you have a blog post, for example, use trending words, use trending topics, embed them in your site, put them in your headlines. So there are functions for H1 is what we call it. H1 is going to be your header. H2 is your byline. In those, put those trending words inside those headers, inside those lines, and use proper formatting. Make sure you have the one, make sure you have the two, and then you can have your paragraph. Like all these little formatting tips, like for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, it's because we like it. We don't necessarily know, like intrinsically know what makes a good web experience, but sometimes it's hard for us to, really, really define what that is. Again, internal linking, and then images and videos, just make your site more captivating. That's kind of about it. Again, it's about, like I said, about the city. If it's run smoothly and efficiently and everything works as it's supposed to, you're gonna get a good SEO ranking. We can do a demo. And then just some more miscellaneous features. So users, you can share who you want to. So if you have another person, you're collaborating, it's very easy. All you have to do is send them your email and everybody gets access to one site. That's great. Also good if you have a outside developer. It's pretty, I don't want to say easy, but it's very, WordPress developers are accessible. So if you want to go on one of these freelancing sites like Fiverr, like Upwork, all you have to do is send them an email. They can go in, do that. You can both check. There are live demonstrations, live updates of exactly what's going on your site. Plugins are great. Say you want comments, you want monetization, you said donation, all of these things. WordPress has plugins for those. They do require a little bit of extra development work, but they make it pretty easy to just go right in there. And then subscribers, it has tools for subscribers too, subscriber count, email directly to their inbox, things like that. It's WordPress is it's great. It has a lot of tools for everything you need. So well, that is the end. It's supposed to be more, but okay. So now we can go into the live demo. I'll actually get everybody to see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure that's what everybody's here for. I'll just start from scratch just to make sure. Oh, no, 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 no. All right. Oh, did anybody have any questions? Was there something that said maybe can be a lot? I know I use, yeah, I think I realized, but I use a lot of jargon, whatever kind of words. So please stop me if anything is funny. Okay, so let's start with a new site. All right, so easy. This is what I was talking about, the domain first thing. It would be great. Like again, WordPress has this functionality. Let's see, I'll look up Arts Etobicoke. It should be taken. Yeah. So the only one, it'll try to give you some funky different options if it's already taken. .blog, .wordpress.com. Artstoco.ca is available. Actually. What do you know? Yeah. But yeah, this is where you would choose your domain if you want. Again, WordPress all in one. There are other services specifically for that. You've probably heard of, GoDaddy, Wix, things like that. Lots of other ones. I personally use Namecheap. That's the one it's called. It has hosting. It has domains also. So a bunch of different services, but let's just stick to WordPress.
Which platform did you say? Namecheap?
Namecheap, yeah, Namecheap.
Why that one and not that?
I liked, honestly, it was more affordable at the time when I was getting my websites. I got this, say, like 3, 4, 5 years ago when I was a student. So it helped with that. But then once I started using it, they made everything really actually very useful. So with hosting, um, your domain name is different than your host. So you're gonna get your name. Sorry, I don't know your name. Calpit. All right, so you're gonna get calpit.com, and then you're gonna also have to pay to host that site. And some will charge you a lot, some will charge you every 2 years, some will just do every one. Namecheap does it great, super cheap. They don't change prices. On top of that, if you have different emails, maybe you want database services. I just found it worked well. They're very responsive. It was very easy to get my site up and running and not have any security issues. So that's just what I want with myself.
Does WordPress the host?
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
yes. WordPress.
I don't remember paying for hosting, but I do pay for my time.
Okay, that's good. So you have it up and running currently? Okay. Yes, so WordPress does do it all. WordPress,
Okay.
yeah, that is the one thing. It's very, yeah, again, very fluid. I only did it because I did not start with the builder, so I was doing it manually. So it was just a good way to do it. I could have also done it on WordPress.
It's free, right? Because I don't remember paying for it.
Yeah. So this one here will be the free version. Yeah. Yeah, and there's really if it's not a very intensive site, then it's kind of perfect for that. You get your domain, you get your hosting. It's all very simple. One thing, I think it said, yeah, so storage 1 GB. So some people here were saying you wanted video on your site. A gigabyte is not a ton of storage. it starts out up, we all have phones, it doesn't last very long. So that is the one thing I would be wary of if you're just going to use the free version. It's going to go pretty fast.
Could you explain again the difference between the hosting, like why is it that, like, particularly for you have another, you're hosting it elsewhere, so does this mean that you are also having your website elsewhere? Because I've seen some people, like some developers would say that, yes, you have your website on WordPress, but then it's being hosted elsewhere. And sometimes it's just hard to understand
Yeah.
what that means.
No, that's a great question. That was actually what I was getting at. Certain websites specialize in certain things. Like GoDaddy, they specialize in domains. So practically, what does that mean for you? Not a ton, because they all reference the same. It's called DNS. It's just the domain name service. There's only one DNS. Like, let's just keep it simple. There's only one DNS, and everybody has to reference this name service, and those are the only sites. Those are where you can check if a name is available. GoDaddy, they specialize in this lookup. Again, it doesn't make a practical difference for you because yours should be fairly simple. But other websites specialize in hosting. Like, for example, Amazon Web Services. So AWS, they have a ton of hosting options. So if maybe you want a database, maybe yours is a little more data specific and you're going to have a bunch of accounts, you're going to go to Amazon because they specialize in those things. But they also do Amazon does everything basically. So like they also do, not only do they do hosting, they'll do, let's say, other kinds of applications. If you need like a certain kind of application, you can run it on Amazon and then host it through your site. I don't know if, again, stop me if I'm not explaining it very well. It's kind of a.
Oh, no, it's good. I just wanted to understand whether, especially as an amateur, if you should just like, you could get it on WordPress, like if you take the, say, for example, the $5 one, like that should be fine. It's posted and you also have a domain and you have some extra storage. Or should you also think about these other sites?
Yeah. If you want to keep it simple, WordPress will be fine. WordPress will be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Namecheap. Yeah. Namecheap.
Is it easy to, if you want to change where your site is posted? Is it easy to do that in a secure way?
Yeah. It's pretty easy. Yeah, most of them will have, I can show that once a little later. Most of them will have like easy transfers from the major websites. So there are a few bigger ones. There will also be smaller ones if you want. That will be a lot cheaper, sometimes free. But the major ones are supported, yes.
Does WordPress also do the domain name thing? Because mine's about to expire, so would it be better to do it all with in one place rather than having it mixed all over the place?
Probably, yeah. I would just stick with WordPress. The one that you could probably shop around for it, and it wouldn't be too easy, or it wouldn't be difficult to mix and match, would be the domain. The domain is easy to shop around somewhere else and then transfer to WordPress.
Yeah.
That does not take time. So if you want to shop around, you want to go somewhere cheaper, or maybe they actually can't even they don't offer your domain that you want, that one you can go with.
How do you actually connect it? Because when you actually entered, it was only showing that these are the only available.
Yeah.
So is there an option that you can like choose if you have purchased domain name from another platform?
Yeah, so that's where sorry, what was she?
Maria.
Maria would go into her account, into her WordPress account, and she would say transfer over to this, or say go to Namecheap and you can say I want to transfer from WordPress and I want to transfer over. So if you have it already, nobody can take it away from you. But once you do have your domain, it is easy to move it to another service.
So do I have to let it expire before I purchase it or redo? Because obviously I want the same domain address because I've got cards. So what do I do?
No, you shouldn't have to.
It can overlap.
It wouldn't overlap. You would be switching from one hosting to another.
Okay.
Yeah, but you would have to go into your account. You said it was through WordPress?
Yeah.
You'd have to go into WordPress and say, I want to transfer from WordPress to this one. But again, I would shop around first. Once you find the one that you want to switch to create the account, and then you can say switch from WordPress to this. I don't know if you have a computer. I could help you set it up later, but
Okay.
yeah, I wish it brought some, but it's okay. So let's start with the free. Wait, any other questions? It's about hosting and domains.
What about cookies? I always see that when I go on. What is it? And, like, is it bad?
That's okay. That's okay. That's a good question. Cookies are basically just every website's way of tracking you. That's what they are.
While you're on their website?
Yeah.
Or afterwards?
Everywhere, every time. Like they're so cookies, every website's gonna have a different set of cookies to essentially, so if I go on sportcheck.com, they will have cookies that say I'm into sports, I'm into shoes.
It's AI, right?
Not no, this was around before AI. Yeah, this is
Okay, so it's just like saying how long you linger on certain things? or-
that too. It could be that too. So it's we talked about it before. They're like tags in a way. You know when you watch a YouTube video or something and it'll have tags, and it's like the tags will be this is what this video is about. That's essentially what a cookie is. It's just a tag for that website.
And can you get rid of them?
You can
Like,
delete
do
your
they make,
cookies.
do they make your computer slower?
It can make your browser slower eventually because you know it does take some processing power, but they're not like intensive
Okay.
yeah application. But you can delete your cookies, yes. And you can also most sites nowadays ask you if you want to keep cookies or track. You can most of them say you can say restrict cookies. I don't want I always do that. Yeah, deny all cookies. Just
Okay.
because just to make it a little more difficult rather than track. But yes, you can absolutely clear your cookies. Okay, so what are your goals? Let's just say, yeah, there will be yeah, just a heads up, there will be a lot of um premium services. I'll just do the free one. So let's say promote myself for my business. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, the themes. The themes is basically your Lego blocks when you're building your block. I mean, you're all here at Arts Etobicoke. I assume you're all creatively, you know, minded. So I'm just gonna go to design your own. And that's what I mean with the headers or with the Lego blocks. So again, this will be just the top of your site. You know, you go to your site. What exactly do you want your navigation top bar to look like? Let's say I want this one. Okay. So this is what it's gonna look like.
So now you're creating it without a theme?
This is one of the themes.
Or you already selected the theme?
Well, I'm selecting it right now. This right here, yeah. This right here is the theme.
Okay.
The themes are like the different blocks that you put together. So this one is the header. I chose it right here on the left-hand side. So you can't really see, but it says header, intro, about, services, store, just the different components that maybe you could use. So right now, this is the header.
So is it gonna show you where to put it, or because we're designing our own, or is it a template where you just drop your header where it tells you to?
So certain pieces, certain themes will go in certain place. The header is always going to go at the top. It's always going to be the one at the top. That's where you have like your navigation, maybe your search bar, and then your logo, which also goes back to the home page. That's always going to go at the top. The second bar here is going to be your intro. That's going to be the next part. What exactly do you want your intro to look like? Maybe you're an artist, yourself a graphic designer. Maybe you want this one to be like your statement piece right here. This is the one you put the most work into. Okay, and then see, so now we have our header and now we have our intro right here. And then if you wanted to, this could link to that exact design page. So there are other choices if we wanted to go down. There's this here. Yeah, this here. These are all just different options. I'm gonna close this, and then let's just choose one. I'm just deleting these that I chose. Okay, so this is going to be the intro of our site. This one right here. If we go down, there's another one here. It's the about. So everything that I'm choosing is going to go under the previous one that I just added. Okay, that's all there is. It's just going to go down in order. Again, maybe you're a graphic artist and you want to display 4, different, and you're just gonna tell us about yourself. I'll just go quick. Maybe you also want a blog in there. So these are some of your articles. And then let's add a gallery.
Are these different sections of the website or are they all on?
This is all going to be the homepage. Yeah. And if you want to, these can all be separate pages also. Yeah. So we're going to click and eventually it'll be separate pages. And then let's just add a footer. And this is just going to have some of your other links. And again, the footer always goes at the bottom. Like you're asking, some of these, like I'm just going down in order. What they give me, some of them just have their places. Footers at the bottom, headers at the top. Everything else is in between.
So you just looking at what the menu has and deciding what's going to this first homepage. You can put whatever you want.
Yeah. That's where you can, again, you can do that. We could go back. I could go back and just go to one of the templates if you want to do that.
No, yeah, and I think this is new for me because I think the blogs, when you're on WordPress, the blogs, they have like a theme, like Maria was saying, and then for those things, you just go each side and fill things up and that's it. But I think this is good to customize and see what will be in each page and where.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
that's why.
maybe we should pay, extra, like a yearly thing sort of thing, because I remember one year I had one that was like, you can shop, they go through all the templates. And I chose one that said photography, or photographer, and it's really easy. And then I don't know, I didn't pay or something, and then it went back to just being free, and it's not so good.
Okay.
But like that's overwhelming for me.
This is
how to like put it all together myself.
okay. So we can go back and just choose a basic template.
I think it's good to see both.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
See this one and then you can.
Sure. Maybe it's so if I go back, I just went back. Now I can just choose a theme. First, I want to design your own. I'm just gonna go right here to choose your
And
theme.
these are free.
Design your own is free. You can choose, yeah, but if you want to choose a template one, this is where you'll have to choose. So there are only, I think, 5 free ones.
Okay.
This one here, this one. I will just choose this one because I've used this one before. So yeah, this is the basic thing right here. Home plate. And that's it. You have your footer, you have your header, a bit of information. That's it. So I'll continue. And just like boom, that's basically it. So I will launch my site. And then this is going to bring me to the editor. And okay. So now this is the dashboard. Say we just went through it. All you had to do was go choose your theme. You chose a template. This is where you're going to be. You haven't changed anything. You just chose your template. You saw one that looks, you thought, okay, this looks good. this is where you're gonna be. And I found that this is where a lot of people kind of get stuck because from here it can be a little overwhelming. So the ones that you'll need to know, I'm gonna send you the slides so you'll have access to those. So the ones that you really need to know. So right here on the left-hand side in the menu, just go to pages. This is everything that your site has launched. Go in here. Okay. Then these are just going to be all the different pages you have. Eventually, you're going to add more to it. But this is it. These are the pages. This is like this can be your home base because then you have access to everything. Okay.
So how do you add information on your pages?
Yeah, we can. So now I'm going to go into. Sorry, I went to the wrong place. I shouldn't go to about. I'll go to my home page. So you want to add information to your page. So this is your home page. This is just a template. Again, this is just a template that we chose. So maybe you want to replace this image with your own image. All you have to do, yeah, replace and upload, and then choose something from your website. Very simple. Here, I made a little folder.
And will it automatically size it to what it needs to be, or do you have to size it? Like, let's say it's a photograph.
Mhm.
How do you know what size to put?
Well, I can show you. That's a great question. So it's automatically going to go to whatever size your image is. So what I do is I'll crop it just to make it fit or roughly the size. But you don't want to do too much moving around because right now this is what it looks like, right? It looks okay. You have your title. It looks all right. If I go into mobile, so that's how you go up right here, this very top bar. Yes, you can see it. Perfect. Go to this little laptop right here, mobile version.
That's
Okay.
what you're talking about.
Yes, yeah. Mobile version. Okay. But if I go back and say, move this around, we can do that. Maybe do that a little later. Maybe in the gallery. Okay, let's do it here. So if I go back and I resize because say you don't like the size of the image, let me make it a little bigger. This one is too small. Now we go to mobile version and it's all cropped off. This is not what you want the image to look like, right? And in fact, it's actually expanding your web page. This is not what it's supposed to look like. So you have to be very careful when you're resizing images. You don't want to just resize and make it look good in one version because it's not going to work. Like WordPress is working based on the constraints of these blocks right here. Like everything is about blocks and putting everything in the right place. So as long as you stick to those blocks, you'll be 100% fine. You could easily just replace. So I'm going to undo that. Okay. You can easily replace this with whatever image you want. And let's do this one. Okay. Easily replace, and then it's gonna look good. And it fits into without breaking the space.
And what about the resolution? Does it automatically, like I have some pretty hefty files, do I have to make them smaller to go in there, or will it just resize it?
It should just resize. You shouldn't have to mess anything. Like it should, even if it's a very heavy file, that shouldn't be an issue as long as it's just image. Even videos. I've used videos. It'll resize. That shouldn't be.
Like if my file is 200 megabytes, it's okay to just
roughly,
make it
yeah.
small.
Roughly, yeah. Make it smaller. Roughly, yes, but 200 is a lot. 200 is a lot. Okay, so now you don't like, okay, we'll go back to desktop. Oh yeah, you can see tablet as well. Just go, there we go. Okay, so we'll go back to desktop view. We're up at the start. Um, let's just change, this. Very easy to just change the text. I will say Etobicoke landscapes. Okay, very easy. Boom. Okay, boom, just like that. Then you put in your image. So you can click on anything here. And you'll see as I go along and I highlight things and things just kind of get those blue marks. Everything is just a block being placed on top of each other. So if you see here, I highlighted it, I hovered over this space and this whole area is blue. If I just click on it, boom, go down here, I can just remove this whole block. Or if I want, I can just remove this block. Like everything that you hover over is just very easily. Oh, I think I have to unglue it first. Yeah, you can just literally delete anything or add anything. It's really very simple. So I'm gonna delete this whole block because I don't want it here. Boom, there we go. We go from this original one to this one. I will say high rises because maybe I took a bunch of pictures from high rises. So I'm just going to replace this with another image I have. Maybe this one. Okay. Okay, so that should be fine. Now, let's say I have these two. I like 1, 2 at the top. I like this one. You can add almost anything to this block, and that you just go maybe tough to see. So what all these little, again, these little boxes, and especially these big boxes, once you click on it, just this little plus box at the bottom right here. If you can see that, there's a little plus box. You go in and it basically chooses what exactly you want to add to it. So I'm going to go browse all at the bottom. And then I get this whole menu. And boom, you can choose whatever you want to add. Maybe it's a paragraph, images, a table, whatever you want to add, audio. It's yeah, all right here. What do I want to add? Let's just keep, okay, we can add a gallery. Let's just add a bunch of pictures. So these ones right now, it's all automatically formatting it. If you want, you could also go in and customize it. There are different customizable ways to do that, but yeah, all customizable. And then again, say, I don't want this. I don't want this here, actually. So all I did was just press delete, and I just moved that. So, all right, let's just stick with these. So you have your top image, you have your little maybe highlight with a bit of a caption right here. Then you have your gallery. Let's make it look a little bit more like a website. Again, you get this little black box right here in the about. We can add another link. And let's make this a gallery. So we'll actually have a specific gallery page. Let's add a contact. contact page. Actually, that's all right for now. So this is what I was talking about, the linking. So from here, you can just go in here. This icon right here, this is your link icon. So that's where you're going to go in to create actual links for your site. So I'm just going to click link, and oh, it actually made a page for me. Link gallery. Okay, perfect. So it already made a page for me for and then let's see contact. Let's check out where this one's going. It's going to contact. Okay. Okay, page not found. That's all right. So we could go in here. Boom. Okay. Okay, before I go on, do a little bit more about linking. Do you guys have any questions?
About links, just made me think, so this link is to another part of the website that we're creating, but you can also have links to pages outside of the
Yes.
website. And then there's the choice of, do you want people to leave your website if they're going to click on the link, or will it open another page?
Yeah.
So that's an option that we can choose.
Yeah. No, it's a great observation. Yeah, right here. If you want to,
Okay.
if I want to go into gallery, do I want that to be a separate page, or do we want that to be, directly in this page? That is a definitely something to think about. I'm not exactly sure how that affects SEO, because it will have an effect on SEO, and it's generally only certain pages. I'd have to look into that exactly, like what's the standard of which pages lead out and which pages stay in, because like we kind of you're on a website, which pages you should stay in, which pages kind of go out. So yeah, that is something to think about, where exactly you want to stay. So
Is it also good to link, say, if you have Instagram or something with your name? Is that good to link it in
absolutely.
your website, and where would you put it?
Absolutely. I can do that a little bit later, if you don't mind. Yeah, that was supposed to be a part. Yeah. There is social media integration. Yes.
Always keep the websites.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing is with WordPress, it kind of takes care of that. If you were to do it, like the main ways that people want to attack websites is through email, forms, things like that, because they can send malware. Basically, I mean, quick IS info. They'll code some little bug, and then they send the email, and then the bug can essentially get through your all the defenses through the form. You don't really need to worry about with WordPress. And if you were to use, you said graphic design, you're just displaying some things, and maybe, yeah, pictures, and maybe links to other, whatever, maybe other sites or whatever you're designing. You don't need to worry about that too much. Um, yeah, you should be, as long as you stick to WordPress, maybe whatever you're selling, maybe use Shopify, something like that. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. Oh yeah, any other questions? Maybe I went too fast or something? No. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So usually what I want to do is I want to create another gallery page. Um, so I'm here in the gallery. I'll go edit. Sometimes this is funny because it should give me an option to create a new gallery. Oh, I know why. I probably already have a gallery page. Okay. Yeah, it can be a little finicky. What? Like I want to create a new contact page, and you can see here it says create draft page contact. Okay, it looks like I can do that. All right, cool. So I'm going to create my first link, and it's just going to be a contact page. And then I'm going to go into my contact page. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I'll go down here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. It's okay. So if you see at the very bottom right, yeah, that's where you can go to edit your site, and it says edit site there. So we're just, yeah, going straight back into, yeah, it's very, again, it can be very finicky. Like things will, it's okay. I'm just gonna go straight back to my homepage. And then my contact page should be there. So again, it's just my dashboard. Let's go back to pages. It's going to be in drafts because it's not easy, of course. So here's my contact page. Okay. So again, I'm gonna add a block because all this pages right now, there's literally nothing on it other than contact. So I'll just add a block. I'll go browse all. And then I'll search up contact. There's contact info. Let's go contact form. Actually, let's go here, contact form and map. Let's choose this one. So boom, just like that, all I did was search it up, and then it adds a little more, interactivity to your site. Um, and then right here, you can choose a location. Oops, typical Ontario. Okay. Yeah, just like that. A little more interactivity. And then this is your contact form. Um, then you can edit all this information to make it yours. And then that's basically it, right? Like they make it pretty easy to for basic functions. It's nothing crazy. It will be finicky. It can be finicky, and sometimes you will have to search for the little functions a little bit. Even that edit page that took me too long to find, like just because it's in the corner, it will be a little bit like that, but it's they make it very user friendly and very um what am I looking for? Like you choose what you want it to look like. There's a lot of artistic, kind of creativity that you can take with the site. Okay, so that's just your contact. We should probably have a header. And again, all I did was search up header. I hit that little plus button. And then I put it in the wrong place. So let me move it up. That's not where I want. So I'm just gonna delete that. All right, so let me save the draft. And then you're good. And that's basically it. Like you're gonna keep doing that for everything you want to. Yes.
If you would actually